So you sit down beside your one-to-one child, ready to help them start the task. But within seconds, they're asking for reassurance, needing help with every step, even the ones you know they can do. You step back slightly, and the work stops completely. The child shuts down and gets anxious. Meanwhile, your head teacher is saying, they're too reliant on you. Step back more. Sound familiar? Now, before I get into the nitty gritty of helping students to become independent, I want to tell you briefly about my School Ready 12 video series for teaching assistants new to the role. If this is you, or you know someone who is new to the role, take a look because each video helps you with different aspects of the reality of being a teaching assistant that many courses do not cover. The links are in the description and comment sections below this video. Now, in this video, we're going to look at how you can support a child with SEND, that's special educational needs and disabilities, in a way that builds independence without abandoning them or making their anxiety worse. You'll come away with practical tools to try, plus a mindset shift that can really help. So 1, think supported independence, not total independence. You don't have to leap from full support to full independence. Think of it as a ladder. Each rung is a step up. This is because many children with SEND, especially those with emotional regulation challenges, need communication and feedback from you to feel safe enough to get on and engage in their learning. Withdrawing completely when previously you have been supporting them could undo much of the progress you have made. So here's what to do instead. Help them start the task and then sit nearby while they do the next part. Let them choose which part they do independently. Use I'll help you with one, then you try the next one as a rule of thumb. This reduces the overwhelm and keeps you in a scaffolding role instead of being used as a sort of emotional crutch. 2, use visual prompts. Visual prompts like task boards, timers, or simple checklists reduce reliance on you as the source of information. They help because children with SEND often struggle with processing verbal instructions, especially when anxious or distracted. So here are some you can try. You could try first, then, or now next board. So first write your name, then colour the border. So you're breaking instructions down into very sort of discrete chunks. Step-by-step checklists that they can tick off. So if you've got somebody that likes to sort of tick each time they've done something, a checklist is great for that. A visual cue for asking for help, so a card they can hold up and point to. All these things shift responsibility in a way that feels safe. So it's shifting the responsibility onto the child, but in a way that feels safe. 3, pre-teach for confidence. So pre-teaching means going over new or tricky parts of a lesson before the full class does it. So doing this reduces the emotional load during lessons. They're not processing new content and social stress at the same time. Even 5 minutes at the start of the day or just before a lesson to show the worksheet or explain the task structure can boost independence later because you're removing fear of the unknown, and that's often half the battle. 4, chunk the work into mini tasks. You can build independence by breaking larger tasks or lessons into smaller, clearly defined chunks with pauses or prompts between each step. Some children struggle to visualize an entire task from start to finish. A long worksheet or open-ended instruction like write a story can feel impossible, but smaller steps can feel much more achievable. So you can say things like, First, write the title and date. Tell them you'll come back in a couple of minutes to see how they're getting on. So, you're not there, they're getting on with that independently. Then you could say, next, choose 3 describing words for the setting. That's if you're sort of, you're going to be sort of writing a story. And then you could say, write your first sentence. So chunking doesn't mean dumbing down. It means giving the child a way to engage in their learning that feels possible and doesn't raise their anxiety as much. 5. Create check-in, check-out routines. This is a simple way to bookend tasks or sessions with brief personal interaction without hovering the whole time. Many children with SEND need emotional connection or reassurance to regulate, but too much constant attention from you can build dependence. So a structured check-in gives them a clear start and end point for support. And here's how you could go about this. At the start of the task, do a 1-minute check-in. What's your goal for this task? What is it you've got to do? Or you could say, which bit are you unsure of? Let them know when you'll check back. So you could say, I'll come back in 5 minutes, give it a go until then. So even if they are unsure, let them have a go, but tell them when you'll be back. Now you could give them a timer and a 5-minute egg timer so that they know and you know when the 5 minutes is up. That builds more trust. And at the end of a task, do a quick review with them. So ask them what went well, what did you find tricky? This builds emotional safety and self-reflection, which is a brilliant combo for long-term independence. And 6, log what works and when it doesn't. So keeping short, consistent notes can help you make decisions based on patterns, not pressure. So if someone from senior leadership is concerned about over-reliance, your record shows why you're offering the level of support you are and which small steps are working. Use a notebook to log things like what the child did independently, what they needed support with, what helped them succeed. And you can share this with the class teacher and or the SENCO to plan next steps together, because collaboration with the class teacher and SENCO is all part of your role. And just a brief note on anything you write in the notebook, do not use the child's whole complete name. I use initials or their first name, or a code name for them because of confidentiality. Learning to work independently starts with feeling safe enough to try, and your role is to gradually reduce your support in a way that enables them to do that without reducing the confidence you've helped them build up so far. You can start by choosing one task that your one-to-one child usually needs full support for. Break it into 3 chunks and plan one small step they could try without you, even if you're just sitting nearby, and keep a note of how it goes. And it is just, you have to judge. So, if moving too far away causes a problem, then move a bit closer. It's about very small steps to build that confidence in becoming independent, not freaking them out. That's the last thing you want to do. Now, if you'd like to know how to create a plan for independence that demonstrates to senior staff how you're supporting progress towards independence, watch my next video that's just popped up on your screen now. See you there.